I literally had negative money. Inflation sucks. Don't beat yourself up. Just know it's okay. You'll make it. But luckily, it's the internet era. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mo Businesses channel. In today's video, I want to go over the 8 steps or things you need to know in regards to making a decision on what type of business to start. Okay, and these are really critical. I don't really have a perfect order for them. You can do them in any way you would like. This is the order that I chose to do, and I basically just wrote them all down on a piece of paper. I like spreadsheets, I should re-say that. I put them all on a spreadsheet, and then column by column, I would have positives, negatives, and then try to organize and see which one actually fit and worked best for me. And everybody's different. Everybody, again, is also in a different position in their life. So please don't take this information at face specific value because it can be applied differently to you. My recommendation when you're going online to learn from somebody, take the information, write it down, and make sure it can fit within your circumstance because, again, everybody is different. There are many options in life depending on the road that you would like to take, as being a employee is a very good and safe option depending on the career or skill set that you possess. That's very critical to think about when you are making that decision. There's also different types of business options you could open. You could scale, like let's say you are good at doing accounting, but you don't want to just be an accountant, so you could technically start an accounting teaching business where you could teach other people how to become accountants. So again, there are very different options. You just have to sit and think about as many of them as possible. And this is probably the hardest one to do. That's why I picked it first, because it takes the longest amount of time. The most effort, if you put into this one, the more probability of getting what you want at the end of that road, because you've sat down and compared all of the different options. The goal isn't to find a backup option or security. The goal is to find something that fits your specific needs, right? So step one is to compare all of your options. Any road you can take in life, you need to know that it's available and why and what you think it could get you to at the end. A lot of times you're making guesses, and trust me, it was very hard for me to be comfortable making these guesses, but it's important to try. So my recommendation is just to make the guess. Put it on that list and keep going as you're going down the options list and see which one of these guesses is, in your opinion, most likely to happen with your current circumstances, right? So that's the first one. The second one I would say would be consider your lifestyle. So what is your current lifestyle? Is it something that you can lower to be able to accommodate either running a business? Or is it something that you need to raise higher in order to running the business? So your lifestyle, the amount of money you spend every month, is critical to that next step because your lifestyle will determine the future. A lot of times people go, I want to start a business, not thinking about the lifestyle that they have to change. Many people make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, and they take that money and a lot of times use it to fulfill their lifestyle needs. I know many people that get $3,500 a month and they spend $3,500 a month to sustain their home, water, food, and I know inflation sucks and I know it's very, very difficult nowadays, but it is critical to think about that. Are there things in your lifestyle that you can cut off to get you to the next goal? I know now you also see many entrepreneurs online that say you need to live in the means that you're comfortable with, spend what you want to spend, and I agree, but I also disagree because many people have different circumstances. There was a point in my life where when I first started that business, I had no money. I literally had negative money. So me not lowering my lifestyle to be able to save money monthly, to be able to pay and invest in the freaking business would not have gotten me to that next step. So it is really, really critical to consider the lifestyle you have and understand the changes that you're gonna have to make to be able to fulfill the needs that you're looking for to either run your business, grow it, or if you're buying a business, whatever the decision is that you made on the different options that you had, okay? Third is determining your budget, right? Because once you know your lifestyle, and you know your goal of that lifestyle, then you can set up a budget on how you're going to get there or what you need to spend or save monthly to get to that next step. So it's very, very, very critical. If you do not do that and you're not organized with your budget and you do not try to follow your budget, a lot of times you actually set yourself up for failure. I did not follow a budget for 7 years out of the 12 years of being an entrepreneur. And let me tell you guys, the dumbest thing I could do. I didn't think it was important. I didn't even think business plans were important. And to this day, I find a lot of value in them. I just don't put all my effort into them, and that's still a mistake. And like I said in some of the previous videos, being an entrepreneur or the owner mentality is difficult because you're changing a lot of things very quickly. So don't hate on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just know it's okay. You'll make it. Just keep going and keep pushing, right? So that's number 3, is your budget and being able to organize where the money is gonna go and why it's gonna go there, because it allows you to strategize, okay? Then 4 is, how can you start small, right? So as you go down that list, we've compared the options now, we're considering the lifestyle that we want, because that's what's gonna let us know the budget. And then now that we know the budget, is there a way to go small? Can I go smaller than what I have in the budget to still maybe get the same results? The entrepreneur that can do that step perfectly are the ones that tend to have the highest probabilities of succeeding. And the reason that is because they are able to take a grand idea and start it really, really small and then able to scale as it happens, which actually mitigates your risk, mitigates the problem. Things will come up as a problem, but it will mitigate the big problems because you already have solved the little things to get to the next step. You are not just buying a big business and hoping you can fix every section of it by guessing. That doesn't really work if you want to scale over time and build a secure, stable, long-term business rather than just build a one-time job, okay? And then after that, I would say it is to try to predict the market trends. So now you know your options, you know the lifestyle that you want, you know your budgets, you know that you can maybe make it smaller. Well, if you're gonna make it smaller, does it still fit the market needs? Can I still provide the service or product to this market by starting small with this budget and the lifestyle that I have chosen? And will the market want what I'm about to offer? And if that's the case, if the answer is no, you go back one step and fix that and adjust that and try to find a way to meet the market needs. Because you can't sell a product that no one ever wants. It has to have a health benefit. It has to have something where it brings value to that customer. Otherwise, you're just kind of wasting your time. And I do think predicting the market trends is the hardest one, but luckily it's the internet era, so you can find all of that information online. There are many great websites that show you what people are looking up, what people are doing. And you know something? I've met a lot of owners that we work with that literally found something online that they just thought was cool and they went all into it, answered those questions on their own, and they were able to scale their business to $1 million in revenue a year. Simple. It is doable. It's not easy, but it is doable, and just don't deter yourself because you hear that it's a big number or it's hard to get to. It's not easy, but it is doable as long as you put the effort into it, okay? Next to all of that, is there a specialization that you have that would fit the needs of that full list, right? Is there a specialization that you have that would fit the market trends that makes it easy for you to scale and sell as business? Right? Those are things that only you can answer based on your history, your past, and what you've lived through. So that's really, really critical. One total side thing, do not let your perspective cloud your judgment on what you can do next. You know, I'm not a big fan of conspiracy or anything, but do watch other people and hear their opinions and just be open-minded to what they have to say. They might not be right, and that's okay, but at least hear them out and look at it from their perspective and see if it fits your needs or wants. Okay, so once you find your specialization from that list, you will usually be really passionate about it because it's something you're used to doing and you're good at. And if you do something that you're good at, you'll usually do better because you already know what you're doing. Okay? Now, number 7 out of 8 is research sources for the goods and the services. So after you planned all this, that 7th out of the 8th step is, okay, what are the resources that I have that I could use to provide this good and service, and what are the nearest resources that I'm gonna need for goods and services, and then what are the ones that are out of reach that I'm gonna need to plan or get to someday. If you can make that type of list and you're organized with that list, it also gives you a long-term plan indirectly because you'll know how to scale your business. And sometimes it happens really fast. I've seen business owners that did it within a week, and I'm just like, whoa, great job. That is a crazy fast-moving business. And that happens. Some people have such a good foundation that they get lucky with it and their hard work shows with it, and it allows them to get to that next level without much holdback or pullback, okay? And then the last one, number 8, is analyze the potential competitors. That does not mean focus on the potential competitors. It just means to analyze what they are doing, right? That's the easiest person for you to learn from. They're already doing it. You won't know their trade secrets, and that's okay. That's not the goal. You'll develop your own, but the goal is to know what the competitors are doing, what products or services they're offering, why are they offering it this way, and I was gonna offer it this way. Is my way of offering it better than them? Will that give me an upper hand, or will that deter me? And don't let your ego cloud you, because your way might be better in your opinion. Prove to yourself that it's better. You don't need to prove it to anyone else. Prove it to yourself. And if you do those steps, it is very, very easy for you in the long term to find which business to start. And do me a favor, think them through. Let's do a quick recap. 1, compare all of your options. Compare your life options and what you are able to do next and what you want in the long run from the options available. 2, consider your current lifestyle, the lifestyle that it has to change into, and your long-term lifestyle, and try to make sure those fit the options that you've got listed to the goal you pick. 3, determine the budget to fit the needs that you've got listed out. 4, think about lowering that budget and trying to start small to give yourself a longer lifespan within the business, so time isn't working against you and hopefully it's working with you. 5, try to predict the market trends that you're going to be going into. It's not easy, but it is doable now with technology. 6, find your specialization already and use that to your advantage. 7, research sources for the goods and services you're going to apply. And when you do that, make sure you research what you have, what you need close by, and what you're going to need long term. And it's a guess, but over time it'll adapt and that guess will work to your advantage. And then lastly, analyze your competitors. Don't dwell on the competitors. Don't let them control your effort, but instead see what they're doing and see where you can do it better. Don't let your ego cloud what is better and not better. All right, I really hope this information helped you guys get to that next level. If anybody did use this to find the right business to start, please comment below. Email me if you've got any questions. My team and I would love to help. We really just want the world to be full of entrepreneurs, because we believe all these entrepreneurs can actually help their employees, their managers, especially if they're passionate about it. I hope this Mo Businesses channel is helping you get to the next step and find the value that you're looking for. Again, the goal here is to teach you guys these past 12 years of mistakes and successes and losses that I've had, so hopefully you don't have to pay for it twice. There's no need for that. I've already paid for these mistakes. Let me know what other videos you guys are interested in. I appreciate the current emails. It does mean a lot. Thank you so much for watching Mo Businesses, where the goal is to also help you get Mo Businesses. Thanks.